Welcome to the Soft Life Sister podcast. My name is Zen. I'm an international designer, a business and lifestyle consultant, and a soft life advocate. I specialize in helping people cultivate lives of peace, purpose, and intentional living. Now, if you're new to the Soft Life Sister podcast, welcome. We're so happy you're here. And if you've been here before, you know this is my first solo podcast. And the reason for that is because we've been receiving a number of DMs, messages, and comments about this particular topic that I want to cover today. And I'm extremely excited to get started with it. What is that message? How do you live a soft life in business? Now, for entrepreneurs or even we call corporate baddies that are climbing the corporate ladder, those challenges may look a little bit different, but the concepts are still the same. So for that, we're going to go into our notes, and I actually took some notes here. I have my laptop with me to explain a couple of key points, how you live a soft life in business and how to continue to have that aligned with a work balance life that is best for you. So first, what is soft life? We know that soft life is a lifestyle that focuses on peace, purpose, and living intentionally. Also, a life of ease. So for many people, that may feel like having peace in the morning. That may feel like having a balanced idea of the way way your day moves without anxiety. It's so many different things or ways that life can look like ease for you. And it's important to tailor this to you and not to societal norms as we have done in the past when it comes down to business. Everyone has been a part of the girl boss era or hustle culture, and soft life is the complete opposite of that. So how do you define how to separate yourself from hustle culture, which was so important, an extremely important part of our society, and switch to soft life? Well, there's a couple of different ways to do that, and I'm going to share some of those ways today. Now, what is hustle culture as well? For me, I believe that hustle culture is simply constantly striving and constantly creating achievements and noticing these things, but never focusing on the actual goal. For many of us, we have achieved so many things and never really took the time to step back and at least feel gratitude to ourselves for being able to achieve such amazing accomplishments. I can speak for myself where there was a time as a designer, my first time actually going to New York Fashion Week. I was so excited. And I remember sewing all night until about 5 a.m. in the morning, packing everything up, getting on the flight, going to New York, having interviews and different things that I had to do, staying up a complete 24 hours, having people from internationally, and this is how I actually got my accreditation as an international designer, reach out to me because of my designs in New York and not being able to remember half of it. And that was because I was simply exhausted. That's not a way to achieve something that you've been striving for most of your life. So it's important to take time for yourself. It's important to understand that, yes, it is an amazing achievement to create such great success in your life, but you need an opportunity to step back and actually enjoy it. Soft life allows you to do that in a way that's going to bring you peace, that's going to allow you to be a part of the greatness that you are and still achieve your goals. So what are some of the benefits of embracing a soft life? It will reduce burnout, improve mental health, boosts creativity and focus when you're well rested, and also increases alignment between personal values and career goals. In that same scenario, if I would have just taken a little more time to rest or maybe prepared a little bit better so that I could have got a proper day's rest before I actually got on the plane. I would have been able to really enjoy and savor the moment and being able to say I actually went to New York Fashion Week and was able to show my designs. But instead, I have pictures. I have people telling me of the great things I did, but I don't really have the memories myself. So it's hard to congratulate yourself on something that you can't actually remember. In those type of times, in those opportunities, and I know that many of us share the same things, this is when you would want to step back and find a way to focus on what's important. That goes right into our career goals. In order to be able to truly understand your success, you have to create career goals that are achievable, that will not allow you to feel like you're inadequate, but will help you to see that you are the great person that everyone else around you can see. And as women, we work so hard. We are the epitome of working hard to work harder. That's not logical, and it doesn't even add value to the people around us when we're exhausted, when we have mind fog because we've had so many things that we've had to do, and we don't know how to connect personally because we're exhausted and we have nothing left to give. This is when it's time to take a step back and try to acknowledge what is important to you, what goals you need to focus on to make sure that you're effectively moving in the right direction. Now, as far as the hustle culture versus soft life ideas, defining hustle culture actually is more of like an endless grind, just productivity over well-being. And when you highlight the ideas of hustle culture, we know that it's about getting it done, making sure everything is seamless, being perfect, understanding that there is no end to the hustle. It continues to go on. But in reality, our bodies can't handle that. Our minds can't handle that. And if you want to be effective, you have to provide some type of possibility for you to regenerate, to find time for peace, to find time for joy, and to actually be able to be the best version of yourself each and every day. For me, there was a time when this conversation seemed impossible. And I know for many of you, you may feel the same way. But you can do it. I believe in you just as you can be successful and reach those goals and be something that's unattainable for other people as a career-driven person. You can also reach those same goals for yourself. In soft life, we want to make sure that we're choosing peace and being intentional in business. We haven't even started to talk about purpose, because what hustle culture does, it pushes you away from purpose and more into busyness. So as you're deciding to move away from hustle culture into a soft life mentality, you'll also begin to benefit from noticing or remembering if you're also operating in purpose. We have a lot of information that we want to cover, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do all of it in this episode. So stay tuned for episode 2, where we'll cover what are the benefits and how can you actually become soft in your everyday life in business.